Oh, your friends aren't fans. You know when you make something and you're really proud of it and you tell like your friends about it, you say, "Hey, go watch this." And they watch it and they give you a reaction, a response, a feedback that's good. But they can't give you any additional detail. They can't give you anything that makes you feel like they really watched or enjoyed what they just consumed because they're not fans. Well, let me fix that. Maybe someone is. Somebody may be a fan, but for the most part, they're probably not. It's like this. Very often, because I love movies and I love documentaries, obviously, and I love horror films. Those are my two jams, horror films and documentaries. I will always have a friend tell me, hey, you need to go see insert movie. And I don't really want to watch insert movie. Why? Because that's not a movie I enjoy. If you look at your friends and all your friends, many of your friends, some of your friends like romance movies and comedies, and then I show up with a horror film and that's not their jam, I shouldn't expect them to like it. I shouldn't expect them to enjoy it because it's not something that they watch on their own. They're just supporting you as a friend, but that's not fans. Those aren't the people who are going to buy the ticket, and you shouldn't make them a measuring stick to how good or bad something is that you've made. Obviously, art is subjective. Obviously, everyone has their own opinion or different tastes. We know that. It's kind of what we're talking about. And so when you make something and your friends and your parents or whoever, the people close to you, don't like it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's bad. But most of the time, they're just not fans. That's just not what they're into. And you're trying to force on them something that they're not into. Instead of like being bothered that they didn't like what we made, we should kind of go work towards finding the people that like what we make. That's essentially building an audience. Hard thing to do. Hard thing to do to build an audience. YouTube makes it look easy, seem easy. You get a bunch of views, you do this, you follow this. There's no formula. There's no formula. They can make you feel like there's a formula. There's no formula. There's no set of motions and actions that you can make to build an audience. You just have to make stuff and try to get it out there. There's things that I do today that I wouldn't have done when I first started because one, I didn't know to do it. But let's say I did know how to do it. I wouldn't have known how to execute it because I didn't have an audience. Now I do have an audience for the things that I make. I do know how to project my audience and tailor a project towards an audience. I think about these things early actually, and it's in the moment checklist of something that you need to work through and you can download that. But like you have to build that. As they say, if you build it, they will come. Well, they will start to come. They're not just going to come in droves, but they'll start to come. But as they start to come, you need to start to identify them. Pause. But you need to start identifying who those people are. You need to identify what type of people like stuff. I know the type of people that like the type of stuff that I make. Between the historical stuff and the crime stuff, those can be two different audiences with similar crossover. And I look at primary and secondary audience and how to gain those. Like it's a constant think when you're trying to build an audience, but I can guarantee you most of your friends and family will not be your audience. They will not be your fans. They're a fan of the person that they know and maybe not the work that they make.